over and over and over again. But Yohan explained to me that because we were married, he felt like he could take money out of the bank. When I grilled him about it, he was embarrassed, and so he lied. We've solved all of our problems, but we're married. Like, it's a commitment, and he's willing to work on it. So I'm deciding to just give him the benefit of the doubt, and we're trying to move forward.
What's going on, people? We are back again with another MovingMAD video. You know, when it comes to Daniele and Yohan, you know, I now know why this relationship has lasted as long as it has, okay? It's purely because each time Yohan does something, Daniele always finds an excuse for him. And whenever Daniele does something, Daniele always finds a way to calm him down. And how does she do that? It's usually by bringing him back in with these dreams and aspirations of his that she wants to give him. And then what happens is, every time we see them on screen, Yohan doesn't treat me right. Yohan's always been over to me. And then Yohan's like, Daniele does not feed me. She does not pay me. She does not give me the life that I want. Yes, but Yohan, I love you. Yes, but I don't love you. But you do, I know you do, Yohan. But your eye closed doors to tell me all the time. Yes, that's just because I want your money. Honestly, their love life is just the most pointless love life that I've actually ever seen, I think, to be honest with you, when it comes to 90 Day, because the back and forths is so surreal. It's just that throughout the whole transaction, we don't really see a level of emotion where I can say Daniele loves him or I can say that Yohan loves her. It is legit just a relationship that is based on a back of arguments, and Daniele's always finding an excuse of why she should not leave the argument. It's like, wow. But Daniele, you must take me to America so I can make money for my family. No, Yohan, I want to live here in DR and run away from my bankruptcy and live my life here, la vida loca in the weather. Probably the worst impressions ever. But anyway, let's see how the argument goes down. Come on now.
Dinero por alquilar por enero.
Pero yo no tengo dinero.
Tú dices, cada mes tú puedes pagar 75,000 pesos para mirar las cosas en la casa.
Pagando deuda, pagando casa, pagando renta de carro, no tengo un ahorro, no tengo nada, lo que tengo es deuda. No me puedo dar el lujo de pagar el 70 que yo he conseguido en la historia de la relación. Que yo le he gastado todo en la casa y yo no tengo nada de ese dinero, ni un pantaloncillo, ni nada. Y me que no le había dicho eso a Daniela por la pelea que hemos tenido, pero se lo estoy diciendo ahora, para que ya lo sepa.
How much longer can you waste time in a relationship where all you do is argue about transactions? All you do is just worry about the financials. How much longer can that relationship work? Is that relationship even meant to begin in the first place? Because clearly, if financials is a big thing to both of you two, then why the hell are you together? You see what I'm saying? You know, and it's crazy because yesterday I uploaded a video of Daniele on Instagram talking about relationship advice. And she was talking about how her relationship with Yohan has nothing to do with transaction and how her relationship with Yohan was all about love. And it's interesting because love is still something that we are yet to see, because every time we see these guys, it's always about a transaction. It's always about how much money Yohan has taken out, stolen or whatever, or how much money Daniele is not going to give Yohan. It's literally transaction after transaction after transaction. It's like, yo, do they ever not get bored of this whole transaction nonsense? You know what I mean? But we continue.
¿Tú piensas, tú vivir aquí y no pagar nada y yo pago todo?
Tú en ningún momento cuando tú viniste aquí a Dominicana, tú me dijiste, tú me vas a dar 75,000 pesos para vivir juntos. No, de yo tener papeles, yo no tengo ni una...
Honestly, I've given you everything. I paid for your Zumba classes. I bought you a computer. You don't even say thank you.
Nada, tú no me has ayudado a mí en nada.
You know, this is going to sound so weird coming from me personally, but I do agree with how he feels about how she's given him nothing. Purely because he had a goal, and his goal was very tunnel vision, and that tunnel vision goal was get me to America. Daniele has not got me to America, and she never will get me to America because that was never ever going to be a part of her plan. You know what I mean? If anything, Daniele probably used that as a way just to lure him into her life, but she never had the intention of actually taking to America, because I believe that Daniele never wants to be that American woman that took a guy from another country and gave him the American dream. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, so therefore people can never look at her and laugh at her and be like, oh, look what you did, look what happened, blah, 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 you is you, blah, 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 blah. Danielle's that kind of person, to be honest with you. She's logical like that, if you know what I mean. Because look at it this way. She spoke about how she didn't want to be in America. She wanted to live in DR, but then now they're not together anymore. Where is she living? She's living back in America. You see what I'm saying? So clearly, if you ask me now, Daniele clearly only wanted to use America as a tool to win him over, and that's it. And also to stay there. But once the wheels didn't work anymore, what she do? She up and left and went back. Because really and truly, just because she's not with Yohan no more, it doesn't mean that she can't still be in DR. Let's think about that. You see what I'm saying? And also, let's not forget though, Yohan wasn't necessarily her first rodeo in DR as well. So, You never know. She must have done this plenty of times to maybe several guys from DR or other countries. You don't know that for sure, but I wouldn't put it past her. The point being is, I do agree with the fact that she's given him nothing, given the fact that what he wanted and the only thing that he wanted was to get to America. So I understand that, but at the same time though, Yohan's still stuck in his relationship, and because you're stuck in the relationship, well, you can't look anywhere else but just blame yourself. But hey, we continue.
Esta relación no va para ninguna parte. Entonces, ¿a qué lugar yo voy contigo? No voy a echar para adelante nunca. Solo voy a vivir de renta, de aquí para allá en renta. Eso es la vida que tú quieres. Y yo no te voy a pagar ningún dinero, porque no.
Okay, so entonces tú quieres terminar esta relación.
Sí, me voy ahí, no me voy a quedar aquí.
Look at that. Yohan saying that I'm leaving you, I'm never coming back. I'm just going to pretend as if we've never heard that one before.
Everything I have. How can you do that? I can't even process what's happening right now. I don't think that Yohan values our relationship the same way I do. Believe that we could work through everything. And now I feel like this relationship is over.
I actually don't know why she's crying, because I think it's been evident that Yohan has shown time and time again that he has no emotion in this relationship whatsoever. That's why he is the way he is, because his only emotion to the relationship is him going to America. I promise you now, the only time you see an emotion with this guy is if Danielle turned around and said, you know what, I've got the papers, we can go to America now. And I say that because I remember on the first season that we saw these two, Yohan, that was the only time, I kid you now, that was the only time I saw this guy genuinely happy. And that's when they first introduced Danielle and Yohan, and how she had told him that they're going to go to America, and he even got a tattoo of the dollar sign on him as well, which I think she got him to remove it or whatever. I can't remember how it all went down. But at that time, this guy was ecstatic. He was happy. He was like, I'm going to America. I'm going to the land of dreams. Ooh, he was excited. But the moment Danielle revealed to him that, hey, we're not going to America anytime soon, he has been a demon ever since. He has been exactly who he is. And that is just someone that I think may not just be a kind person. I don't know. But either way, though, Danielle needs to understand this, right? The moment that you lost Yohan was the moment that you told him that we're not going to America. The moment that you lost Yohan is the moment that you keep telling him that he was going to go, but you really intuited he was never going to go. And I think this is the funny bit. I think for Yohan, the relationship was never about how much money Danielle can provide him. I don't think the relationship is ever based on how much money that she's willing to spend to give him a luxury lifestyle. For him, it was all about just getting to America. But in the meantime, why not run her dry? But here's the thing though. I don't think it's even a matter of where he wanted to even run her dry. I think it's a matter of where Danielle always spoke in a way of, well, if we live here, I can pay for this, I can pay for that, I can do this, I can do that. She built her own expectation of the relationship in his eyes. So he was just following her lead. Fair enough, she may have said that somewhere down the line, you know, maybe you can pay for this, pay for that, but he wasn't hearing that. He was just hearing what you said originally. And what you said originally was, we'll go to America one day, but in the meantime, I'll look after us here. That's what he was hearing. But then all of a sudden you're like, oh no, but now I need you to work, now I need you to bring in money, now I need you to do this, That's when he started switching off even more. Because he was like, rah, okay, where's this going? Okay, are we going to America yet? Because he even says in this episode, like, you told me about my papers, but they never came. But where are they at? Where are they at? But guess what though? We all know that Danielle never even applied for them. She never even filed for them. That's why they haven't been to America yet. Not because he was denied, because she never even went and done the papers. It's just that simple. But listen, Danielle's misery in this relationship and failure in this relationship is all on her, because she's the one that made up a lie and then run with it for too long. You know what I mean? And she's the one that built the narrative of how their relationship should be. And Yohan's like, you know what, enough is enough, I'm done. But this isn't me defending Yohan. This is just me saying that Danielle needs to take accountability for her own lies and stupidity. Come on now. But let me know what you're thinking and we can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.